I want to start by saying this. You will look at the moon differently by the end of this video. No, really. Stop whatever you're doing and take a good look at the moon tonight because what if it suddenly disappeared? What would that mean for our planet, our lives, and everything we know about nature around us? Let's dive in and buckle up because some of these answers are surprising and downright terrifying. Let's start with the tides. Right now, the moon is the primary reason we have tides at all. Its gravitational pull literally creates bulges in our oceans, which move around as the Earth rotates. If the moon vanished, those bulges would disappear too, leaving us with only solar tides. Now, solar tides do exist, but they're much weaker, about half as strong as lunar tides. Beaches as we know them would look completely different. Many coastal ecosystems depend on the tidal flow of water to sustain life. Without it? Bye-bye to countless species that rely on the tides for breeding, hunting, or even basic survival. Think about all the marine life at risk, tiny plankton to migrating whales. It's a chain reaction. And guess what? That chain reaction isn't just in the water. It reaches us humans too. But wait, for those of you who are thinking, well, I live on land, I'll be fine. Not so fast. The tides don't just affect our oceans. They affect the currents of water in rivers and seas. Currents help regulate global temperatures. Without a moon moderating these tidal forces, the predictable motion of the ocean gets thrown out of whack. Temperature extremes on Earth would intensify, possibly leading to harsher winters and scorching summers. Weather patterns as we know them? Gone. Second up, stability of our planet. Literally. The moon doesn't just hang up there looking pretty, it does hard work. It stabilizes Earth's axis. Without the moon, Earth's tilt would wobble chaotically over time. Why does that matter? Well, our seasons wouldn't make sense anymore. Imagine freezing cold one year and tropically hot the next. Seasonal cycles might stretch to millions of years. Agriculture would be a nightmare. Do we plant crops or do we all just panic? It's not just unseasonal weather. We'd experience catastrophic ecological effects too. The moon may be a rock, but it's got our backs. Without it, life on Earth becomes much less predictable and much less comfortable. But wait, there's more. Let's get cosmic. Think meteors are terrifying now? Without a moon, Earth would be much more vulnerable to asteroid strikes. Why? The moon acts as a kind of cosmic shield. Its gravitational field often pulls in rogue asteroids or space debris before they get close to Earth. No moon, and suddenly, we're the main target. This terrifying scenario also adds more dust to our atmosphere, blocking sunlight. Remember the dinosaurs? Yeah, it could be like that. But, you know, all over again. And let's not overlook the psychological impact. Ever heard of lunar effect? There's a lot of debate, but studies suggest the moon affects human behavior. Insomnia, emotion, even fertility cycles. If it disappeared overnight, what kind of psychological and emotional ripple effects would it cause? Beyond humans, nocturnal animals that depend on moonlight would lose a vital navigational tool. Entire ecosystems could collapse from just this one element of nature gone missing. Imagine nocturnal predators increasing in areas that should remain safe because moonlight no longer acts as a warning spotlight. All these little tweaks might sound minor until they're all happening at once, destabilizing life as we know it. Let's circle back to humanity. For centuries, no, millennia, the moon has been an inspiration for art, religion, storytelling. It's shaped cultural practices around the globe, such as lunar calendars. Without it, lighting up the night sky, human culture would slowly forget the moon-like mysticism. Maybe our night skies would become stagnant, offering no wonder except scattered, sparse stars. How would that change us as a society? Would we grow apathetic to the night altogether, or turn in on ourselves, forgetting to look upward to ask bigger questions? That could be the moon's greatest loss, not the material changes, but erasing its universal impact on human imagination. Still not sold on how major a loss this would be? Try this. The moon's gravity affects the Earth's crust too. Picture this. The Earth's skin, its crust, is slightly lifted by the moon's gravitational pull. Without the moon, our crust might settle differently over time. This could lead to shifts in tectonic plates, natural disasters like volcanic eruptions, earthquakes. They might occur at unexpected scales or frequencies. It's chaos you'd never see coming and couldn't prepare for. By now, you're probably thinking, okay, but what about artificial solutions? We're creative beings. Can't we make do without the moon? Sure, we're clever, but we'd have to truly rethink many fundamental aspects of life on Earth. For one, geoengineering solutions to replicate tides or control Earth's axis tilt would be costly ventures, if they're even possible. Even robotics and artificial intelligence might struggle to replicate tidal forces that are intrinsically tied to how the moon and Earth interact. The cost wouldn't just be money, it would cost time, resources, and potentially unmeasurable energy. And that's if. Humans acted immediately after noticing something so monumental like the moon's disappearance. So, what really happens if the moon suddenly disappears? Well, it's not just about losing the romantic glow in the night sky. It's about losing stability, predictability, protection, and culture all in one sweep. Our planet would undergo massive environmental and climate shifts. We'd be more vulnerable to cosmic events, and everything from agriculture to human psychology would face new and unprecedented challenges. It's clear, the moon is not just a rock up there. It's our silent partner in ensuring life on Earth is comfortable, beautiful, and possible. So the next time you glance up at it, maybe tonight, take a moment to thank the moon for everything it's quietly doing. And think about what a disaster it would be to lose it. That glowing rock is a bigger hero than we give it credit for, and we are so lucky it's sticking around. Long live the moon, but now that you've learned all of this, don't you feel just a little uneasy? What would you do if it disappeared? Tell us in the comments below. Science can be mind-blowing, right? More what-if scenarios are on the way. Stay curious, stay fascinated, and I'll see you in the next episode.